This is a walkthrough of logistic regression, and we will be using the data set from George and Mallory entitled Helping 3.Save. And so what we are going to do is predict an outcome, and the outcome will be does a person, a friend of yours, feel like they have been helped, yes or no? And for more information on logistic regression, you should see the companion video before doing this. But this is just a walkthrough of the SPSS approach. And in the George and Mallory book, this is the 2020 book for use with SPSS 26. All right, so we are predicting so let's first open this up. All right, so first thing you do is analyze, go down to regression, binary logistic regression. Click it, and here is your pop-out screen, or whatever you might call this. I wouldn't know exactly. And this screen should be moved a bit here. Let's move it. I don't know why it's... There it is. Okay. Not sure why it was over here. So the first thing you do, you have a data set that we're not going to go through all of these. However, what we will do is go through and first pick the categorical outcome variable, and we're going to put it in the dependent category. Dependent is the equivalent of outcome variable or dependent variable in either way. Okay, so this is it. So you've now entered your categorical outcome variable, and then we are going to input 4 predictors to see if we can predict a helper's rating, or sorry, a friend's rating of a helper. And okay, so we are looking for the correct variables. So let's see if I can find it. So we are first looking for something called Sympath T. Okay, so we are looking for the total score. Nope. I need to expand this so I can see it. All right, there we go. That's a little better. All right, there it is. It's right here. Sympath T. Mean rating of 4 sympathy questions entered in the covariate box. Covariates, predictors, and logistic regression. Then you are going to do the anger total, which is right here. So let's click that, anger. And I describe these in more detail, what these variables are in the lecture. Then we're looking at the efficacy. So does the person who's helping feel competent to help? And where would that be? All right. And what is this? Okay, I think this is it. Yep. Okay, we have our three predictors that are continuous predictors or quantitative predictors, and now we're going to put in the other categorical predictor, and this is where it might be worth paying attention if you don't know how to do that. So ethnicity is a categorical predictor, and you go up here and you click categorical, and you know, if you have more than one, stupid thing. Okay, here it is on the wrong screen. All right, so here we are, and we are going to move this over and deviation, contrast. I think that's it. Okay, we are going to enter forward logistic regression. This is where you enter the steps. And then we're going to go to the options and select, okay, I need to move this table over here. The classification plot and the correlation of estimates. And I think that is it. And let's move this face right here off to the side, peeking on. And let's click OK. And there we go. It's running. And let's see if it has everything we want. So we have your cases. You have the coding of the ethnicity variable. These are the variables that were not entered into the equation. So then the question becomes, well, what was entered? Well, we have two variables. Step 1 and step 2 tells you that there are two variables. The chi-square here tells you that that this predictor is significant and that it is better than the constant or y-intercept. And then this is the second variable that gets entered, and it's telling you the same. And these are your goodness of fit statistics. And then you have your classification table here. And I go over these in more detail in the lecture. And then here you have the variables that were entered and the correlation of those variables. And see if there's anything else we need here. This old school chart. This is when I went to school, this is what our charts looked like. Yes. They could have upgraded. They were like, nah, let's leave it old school. All right, so that's it. And that is how you run a logistic regression with a forward stepping process.